All right, so here's what it is then. Uh, President Joseph Biden has stepped down and is supporting Vice President Kamala Harris to run for the president position. And I think it shows that President Joseph Biden is a team player, and that he's for the people, and he listens to the people, and he is not about his ego. This is not a man that's going to sit up there and talk 20 minutes about a flesh wound. All right, he's not gonna have an award show in place of talking about real issues, so on and so forth. Um, you know, he has shown true leadership character. This was a situation that um, this is a situation where we never would have seen uh, we never would have seen this coming. All right. Despite, some people feeling that way. And I totally kind of align with uh, President Joseph Biden, because the Republican Party and so many people was talking so much trash, you know what I'm saying, about President Joseph Biden. But it's interesting because they only talk about when President Joseph Biden comes up to the mic to talk or whatever, and they feel like they have trouble understanding him, so on and so forth. But Donald Trump doesn't talk anything but rhetoric. He doesn't talk about anything at all. All right. So with all these people, you know what I'm saying, that have issues um, with President Joseph Biden, rather than ask more questions or try to understand what he's saying, they would rather vote for former President Donald Trump, because um, they have an issue or something with President Joseph Biden. But President Joseph Biden, during his administration, during his run at presidency, we didn't have, despite all the issues that we had that he inherited, he didn't have any really truly loud, outlandish issues of his own. You know what I'm saying? This was not a situation that was based upon his performance. This is about an incident that occurred despite all the many talks he had and the hectic schedule, so on and so forth. What? He trips or whatever? I mean, everybody trips and falls. I mean, how old are we? It's only humorous in the midst of in the fact that he didn't do his job. But the fact of the matter is, he, as far as I could tell, he did his job. With many other presidents, you have a list of radical things that go on where it's like, hang on, wait a minute, what the heck is going on? So it's a major thing, man, that he stepped down and he's supporting Kamala as being president, because you was not going to get your female president. And like I told you, white women, that you was not going to get your liberation or freedom under white rule, and nobody gives a rat's ass about your feminism, because nobody will hear it unless a man is leading your cause. And you're not going to make history or make change unless blacks are the first fruits. So in order to support that situation, once again, that chocolate's coming out, you're going to have to vote for President Kamala Harris, for the first female president, for, you know what I'm saying, to hold it down for the females. Or you could be a Republican slave and vote for your slave masters, probably your husbands and your boyfriends and whatever type of odd agreements you guys got going on, being stuffed under the bed, fed Cheetos and shit, trying to keep your heredity pure and shit. Now, if you little kittens want to free yourself, then there's only one choice you can vote for. And you know that both individuals, all right, don't get it confused. This ain't hate, this is love. But you gotta snap, the general Caucasian female is in a daydream most of the time. Can't handle too many things that are hectic. Pertaining to the tax bracket of the middle class, many of them, okay, You got some tough nails in there, so on and so forth. But at the same time, a lot of them that's not stuck in retrograde 1950s at a red checker picnic way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? They're in a state of cognitive dissonance perpetually. You know, it's like they got MPD or dissociative identity disorder, something like that. Get this together. You want to vote for President Kamala Harris, and it goes into a spiritual thing that if you gonna have a leader or whatever, one thing we know that was kind of intricate, it was Hillary. This thing could actually work with Kamala Harris because we know we're the first fruits. You understand what I'm saying? This complexion is the first fruits. So that's where you're going to get your female president, and that's where you may get some more wiggle room and get some things done. You know what I'm saying? It pertains to things, your voices to be heard a little bit more. That's where you're going to be able to do it. Okay, this is a smart move on the Democratic side, very smart from multiple angles. Um, you know, the Republican administration, they're gonna have to switch up their game a little bit. He's gonna have to come at a female a bit differently than he would come at Joe Biden with that madness. That's not gonna work too well, especially with the Republican females starting to leak out and go to the Democratic Party. Because where else are you gonna go? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes. That's how complicated life is. You know what I'm saying? One minute you Republican, next minute you a Democrat. You becoming black already. Have mercy. Welcome to the dark side of the game. Peace and blessings be with all you. I'm out.